Hey guys, just gonna talk about a new product that I found. It might not be new to the market, but it's the first time I've seen it. Typically, if I'm doing a pipe base on something, an industrial pipe, I gotta go to Home Depot. I usually pick up pipe that's either pre-threaded or have them custom cut it, and they'll thread it on site, which is nice because they don't charge you for that. It just takes a long time to get somebody to do that. And then you use all your little different fittings that thread onto there, standard pipe fittings, things like that. You got flanges, elbows, corners, tees, things like that. Sometimes it's kind of a pain because when you're trying to thread those on, either if they threaded them at the store, they didn't thread them far enough, they don't fit right, they're super tight, you can't get them on, you gotta go get them recut or threaded deeper. I've ran into problems with that a lot, trying to get the right size and shape of the base that I'm building for a table. But anyway, the product I came across is something by Steel-Tek, and it's at Lowe's. This is one of the bags I got there. You can see the logo, Steel-Tek. That's actually backwards probably for you guys. But either way, Steel-Tek makes it. It's not plumbing style pipe. It is not electrical style pipe. It is strictly for home decor, building shelves, console tables, islands, different things like that. They come in 3/4 and 1 1/4 inch size pipe that I've seen. Unthreaded at the ends because all their fittings are slip over and they tighten down. Let me show you. Here's a flange. Let me loosen it real quick. Typically, I have to buy a bunch of these little floor flanges, which gets super expensive. Just a flush mount piece that would normally thread onto the end of the pipe there. And then I can mount it to my tabletop base or use these as feet to touch the floor and make it level. So anyway, this is a flange made by them. Typically the threaded ones are around $7, I think, that I pick up from Lowe's, from Home Depot. These I think were around $4.50, $5 for basically the same thing. And they literally, the 3/4 inch pipe slides in nice and easily, and you tighten it with an Allen wrench, and that it creates a nice secure bond and tight fit. And you got all your little pipe fittings. Like for instance, this is a 90-degree pipe fitting T, and I can adjust and mount anywhere I want it to be, and then tighten that back screw there. And then I can put off a piece of pipe from this side and from this side out to create like another little shelf or little, just to give it some sturdiness. So this is a really cool product. Once again, the pipe isn't super expensive. You could pretty much use any pipe technically. That's 3/4 or 1 1/4 with these fittings. But the pipe they have there, again, still isn't super expensive because you're not threading it, so it saves them a step, so you get it a little cheaper. They have, again, the cool thing I like is instead of having to use one of these little floor flanges, which kind of look cool, they have these little feet, little 3/4 inch foot, bun style foot that fits into the end of the pipe. And you just bang it in a little tight and it'll give you your foot. It's a really cool little idea. So if you want something a little more clean looking, without the raw pipe touching the end of your floor, that could scar it up a little bit. You can use that little round foot that's kind of polished. They all come in these little nice silver kind of chrome colors almost. They don't have anything in black, but my customer for this job wants it black, so I'm going to actually use some Krylon Pro paint that will stick directly to metal to make it black. So I'm going to put it together here and show you the finished product. Took me 20-25 minutes to build, to get all my fittings right, to make sure everything was level and straight, tighten down everything really tightly. That's the only thing that I saw maybe a slight issue, which really not truthfully for strong enough. These little fittings, since there's such a gap in here where the 3/4 fitting or the 3/4 pipe goes in, you got to really crank down on this Allen wrench nut to get this to stay tight enough that it doesn't flex. But I mean, a little bit of elbow grease and it's sturdy, doesn't go anywhere. So this is the finished product, like I said, with the slab that I had pre-made on top of it. This is a piece of balsam poplar. It's got some really beautiful dark black spalt lines through it. Left it live edge, natural, and used those little flanges. I haven't screwed them in yet, but to mount onto the top. and put the little peg feet down in the bottom with a little hammer. They went in fairly easily. I used two 10-foot pieces of steel pipe that they had there that I was able to cut up myself because I have a metal cutting saw or cutoff saw. They do sell pre-cut lengths from I think 6, 8, 10, 12, 24, 36 on up. So if you don't have a metal cutting blade, you can still make something like this without having to worry about cutting all the pipe yourself. And I do believe that Lowe's will also cut the pipe for you if you want them to cut it for you at the store, because it's cheaper to buy the long pipe and cut it than it is to buy the pre-cut smaller pieces. So thanks for following.